Hey guys, I'm Joyce. Today is Tuesday, February 6th, 2024. Welcome to my video diary. Yesterday I read a comment on one of my recent videos. The comment said, "After so many videos, how do you have so few views?" Now they said some other things too, but this inspired me to make this video. So I did a little research, but I also thought of some things myself. So these are 5 reasons why my video views suck. First thing I thought of was the thumbnails. When I'm looking at videos, the thumbnails, they catch my attention, you know? And this was confirmed in a lot of the videos that I watched in researching this. So my thumbnails are not particularly interesting or catchy. Usually it's just my lovely face. And they just don't give you an idea of what my videos are about. So that's one, thumbnails. My titles, same thing. They don't necessarily tell you what the video is about. I mean, a little bit, but it's not really interesting or intriguing most of the time. It kind of depends on my mood. And that was also confirmed by many of the videos I watched today. Also, I was thinking that putting information in the description about the video. Excuse me. Now, I did not get this confirmed, but it seems to make sense to me that, you know, YouTube kind of has an SEO just like Google or any other search engine. And I believe transcribing your video, you know, puts all of those words out there. It gives you a better chance of keywords matching somebody's search. So I think that it's possible that that is also a factor in getting views, because if somebody's searching for something and it's not in your title, but it's in your description, I believe that your video may be more likely to be suggested to somebody who's searching for something in particular. Again, I did not get any confirmation on that from any videos that I watched. I did learn that captions are important, but I got the impression it was for the same reason, kind of an SEO sort of thing, because it puts out words that YouTube can search. And also, those two things kind of give a snowball effect. Because when somebody, oh, I'm losing my train of thought. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that then, because I don't remember what I was gonna say about it. Another thing that I learned about was end cards. Now, a lot of the time, those things just drive me crazy. When I'm watching somebody else's videos, I can't stand it, because actually, mostly it's when there are like 2 of them, 2 end cards, and then a subscribe button and something else, you know, and it's all filled up and the video is still going. It's like, I can't see what's going on in the video. I want to see the whole video and I can't. But anyway, it was a good point. And what I watched about end cards, it just showed one. And it's basically an invitation. You know, if you liked this content, maybe you would like this also. Would you like to watch? You know? So yeah, those are the 5 things that that I believe are reasons why my views suck, because I'm not addressing those things yet. So I will put links in the description below for the videos that impacted me the most, that that I am saving to watch later. I mean, I did watch them, but I'm saving them to watch again later as I get into this more. All right, so those links will be in the description box below. And because this is my video diary, on with my day. So my day started with a follow-up vet visit for Buttons at the Southside Animal Clinic in Rolla, Missouri. I'll back up. I've talked about taking her to the vet for treatments, but I haven't talked about what happened. She started staying on the floor by the heater. I've got a space heater in this room where she basically lives. And she used to spend her days either on the bed, or I've got a cat tree by the window over there. She would be on there. But she was just staying on the floor by the heater a lot. And she was quiet. She wasn't moving around much. Even when I went to bed, she wasn't joining me in the bed, which she normally does. And even she likes to get under the covers. She does not like her head covered, though. So I make a tent with my arm. I sleep like this, holding the covers up. If I'm lucky, my arm doesn't fall asleep. But so she wasn't doing that. And I was just getting really concerned, especially since 3 of my cats have died the past year. I thought, oh my God, is this it for Buttons too? She's 13 years old this year, or this past year, which I don't think is very old. It's not very old. But anyway, I was concerned that maybe she was dying, and this was it, you know. But they got her in and said she was dehydrated, but not real bad. So the doctor wanted her to come in for 4 weekly ozone fluid therapy treatments. I can't explain it. I'm sure that you can find it. There's a description on their website, Southside Animal Clinic. You'd have to search for that. But anyway, so today was her second. Today was her second or third, I don't remember, of that. But she also had a follow-up today, just for the other things that the doctor suggested, which were tinctures, energized by a Quest machine. And it's Quest spelled without a U, so it's Quest. Some people might consider it a woo-woo sort of thing. It's a technology. I don't know that apparently scans not necessarily DNA, but the energy of someone, and I'm not going to go into those details either. But anyway, so she was prescribed 2 tinctures. This was at the first visit, and a kidney supplement by standard process, and colloidal silver put in her ears, because she's been scratching her ears a lot, to the point where she is making wounds. She's making herself bleed. She'll scratch and she'll go, it's so sad. But anyway, so those were things that were prescribed for her on her first visit. Also, frankincense, either frankincense essential oil, either put on her directly or put in a diffuser. I have something like that coming. I have not been able to give that to her yet. So I think after the second dose of the Quest tinctures, she was flirting again. She was playing again. She was joining me in the bed again. And I was just, I mean, it was so obvious that there was an improvement, a real improvement. And these are things that I've just been putting on her food. It's just liquid. Yeah, that has made a really big difference. She did not like the kidney supplements. She wouldn't take it. I mean, I would have to force it, and I'd rather not. So the last time she had an ozone fluid treatment, I told the doctor that, and the doctor she said, well, if you can give her a rabbit kidney once a week, then that would be great. And that's based on a homeopathic theory that like can treat like. So because she tested with some kidney issues, the homeopathic recommended remedy would be to give her kidneys. So anyway, she did not eat the raw kidney that I prepared, even cut into pieces. She did not eat that, but I dehydrated it, and she ate a couple pieces of that, but I think it was too sharp. But she did over a week eat one whole dehydrated rabbit kidney. And then yesterday, I did another one for her, and I overdid it. It was so dehydrated that it was just, it was stuck to the dish that I dehydrated it in. So I added a little bit of water just so that I could scrape it off the bottom at least, you know. She was on the counter while I was doing all of this, was showing a lot of interest in it. And I thought, all right, well, so I put that dish next to her dinner dish, and she actually ate the whole dehydrated kidney in one meal. I'm like, great. So I will try that again next time, and I'll try dehydrating it a little bit less each time, so hopefully she'll get to eating a whole raw kidney. So anyway, and the colloidal silver that I've actually just been wiping. Now I've been wiping here. Okay, her ears are here. And this area here between her ears and her eyes is missing hair because she's been scratching so much for so long. So I've been wiping the colloidal silver here from a cotton ball and just wiping her ears. I was afraid that spraying in her ears, which is what the doctor recommended, would startle her and, you know, it just would scare her from doing that. But she knows the sound of me opening the jar of the cotton ball. And she does not like it. So she just, she goes away. But anyway, the doctor said, you know, if you can get some on there and squeeze it into her ears, that's what she's actually aiming for, the doctor. She wants it actually in her ears. So I can do that. And I've started preparing it in the kitchen. So hopefully it won't startle her as I open the jar. So today she went back for her follow-up about all of that and another ozone fluid treatment. So the doctor checked her out, said she's not as dehydrated today. It's looking better. But she is concerned about just the way her fur looks, that she needs some omega-3 in her diet. So she gave me a liquid omega-3 supplement to add to her food. She said probably just a little bit at a time because it's pretty rich, and you know, it might take her a little while to get used to it. Um, she also recommended that I feed her rabbit exclusively rather than what I've been doing is half commercial food and half rabbit. When I do rabbit, I don't always have rabbit. I don't have rabbit all week because I'll grind one or two once a week, and that lasts maybe a couple of days for everybody. And then the rest of the week, it's all commercial food. But she recommended, the doctor recommended feeding her rabbit exclusively for like 12 weeks. So that's what I'm going to do. And I am going to order some supplements because none of them is getting the whole rabbit anyway, because I get them skinned and gutted, and only one of my suppliers includes the head. So there are several organs that they're not getting, and they're not getting any blood either. I mean, if they were to kill the rabbit themselves, all that blood would still be in the body, and they would be consuming that as they ate the rabbit. And, you know, when somebody butchers it, of course, they drain out the blood. Now, I'm going to talk to at least one of my suppliers, the one who leaves the heads for me, and see if he will also collect the blood for me, and then I can just incorporate that when I grind them. So that's something to try. Now, she doesn't always eat rabbit anyway, so we'll see how it goes. So that's the update on buttons. And like I said, I'm waiting for an order of, it's not just frankincense, it's a whole bunch of stuff. And I think I've mentioned this before, Caroline Ingraham, who talks about animals self-medicating, how they are drawn to plants and herbs that that will naturally address whatever ailments they may have. There's just this innate sense, whether it's, you know, fragrance or whatever. You know, honestly, I believe, now she didn't say, but my interpretation is that we are all energetic beings. And we have evolved together on this planet, those of us who are left. And I understand this is kind of a woo-woo concept, but it makes so much sense to me that we interact on a cellular level with each other. I mean, okay, the most accepted form of this is probably pheromones. Lots of us have heard about pheromones, which are hormones that become airborne, that we get. They're hormones that we give off. I don't know exactly where, but I know from the top of our heads, probably through our sweat, maybe in our breath, I'm not sure. But these hormones, they are airborne, and they interact with other beings. So someone, you know, like if I'm walking past someone and my body is giving off pheromones, and they breathe, and this other someone breathes in, they breathe in my pheromones. And oh my goodness, and they just, my pheromones will interact with cells in their body, and it, you know, it may trigger, emotions that we don't even realize. It's like you may be disgusted by somebody and not know why, or very attracted to somebody and not know why. And that's the thing about pheromones. And I'm so sorry I went into all of that. My point is, I believe it's not just pheromones, that all of us are giving off cells, airborne parts of ourselves that interact with other people, and other individuals, not just humans, but cats, plants, and all of that. So anyway, I believe that is the premise that this self-medicating is based on, is that animals are just more in tune to that. They pay attention to what they're attracted to, and they don't have to think about it. It's like they're attracted to a particular plant because over time, I don't know, their bodies just know. They just know, this is what I need, Whew. Okay, so I ordered a kit. I ordered a kit of like some spirulina and some other things, and it's mostly essential oils for practicing this self-medication with the animals. I mean, I got it for them, so hopefully I can help them with some of their issues. Anyway, so there's frankincense in there. I'm waiting for that order to come from the UK. So that was all buttons. Oh my goodness, that was all the beginning of my day. And then when I got home, before my appointment, my chiropractic appointment, I had like half an hour. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do the meeting minutes. I'm the secretary for the Bourbon Animal Care and Control Corp. And I have not typed up and emailed the minutes from either the December or the January meetings. And I'm just going to do it. And the December meeting, it was basically recapping old business, which we have not really taken any action on. And I had 4 minutes by the time I actually got to doing it, and it was all done. It was so simple. Oh my God. I can't believe I've waited so long to do that. I mean, 2 months I've waited to type those up. So anyway, I'm feeling really proud of myself for finally doing that. I do still have January to do, and our next meeting is this Thursday, so the day after tomorrow. And then I had my chiropractic visit. Highlight of the chiropractic visit, I wanted to work on my neck a lot because I've just been having a lot of trouble with my neck. I used to carry all my tension in my abdomen, which I believed was the reason I had such a great abdomen, really nice and tight and flat. But anyway, past many years, I've been carrying more and more of my tension up in my neck and my shoulders. So anyway, besides the regular treatment, he used this Vibracussor on me, which it's a high-powered vibrator. It's got a head on it like this. Actually, I think it has some interchangeable heads, but the big one is the only one that I've known that he has used on me. Anyway, you have to put it on really, really high, so the fastest vibration possible when you're using it on the head, because otherwise you're just going to give yourself a concussion. It's just like bam, 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 bam. But anyway, so he was using that on my head, and I think this is the third or fourth time he's ever used it on me. This thing is amazing. He says some people don't like it. For me, it's, oh my God, it's like kind of like an amusement park. It's such a rush for me. The first time he used it on me, he was done. I was like, woo! It really felt fantastic. And yeah, and the following times have been really great too. And today I was really paying attention to it. And it's just like, I really am tense a lot of the time. And even, trying to meditate, which I don't do very often, but I've always got something on my mind. And even when I'm doing, especially when I'm doing those facial exercises that Pilates by Lisa, I just started doing these a few days ago. Even when I'm doing those, I'm trying really hard to do them, and I'm just all tight and tense up in here. I'm like, oh my God. But with that Vibracussor, today I was paying attention. It is like just total surrender for me. I mean, yeah, absolute, complete surrender. And loving it. And I'm kind of a control enthusiast. So, that's one of the reasons that I'm not comfortable using drugs. And the only drug I've ever tried is marijuana. And I don't like it. I don't like that loss of control for me. And to be fair, I took way too much. I took way too much. And I ate it, which I've been told is a very different kind of high. Whatever. I don't like it. But the Vibracussor is just absolutely complete surrender. And I love it. It feels good physically, and it's like it just really, it gets in touch, like, I don't know, deeper, like almost on an emotional, I guess, because it's so intense, it just lets me let go of everything, which I'm not sure I ever experience otherwise. I mean, the closest I can come to describe it is not marijuana, but maybe an orgasm. But even then, okay, it's been a while. I've gone through menopause, and part of my menopause experience was I just don't care anymore about sex. Every once in a while I'll get a little stirring, but that's it. It's like I just don't care. But going back in memory, that's the closest comparison I can come to. And at least right now, this is way, way better. Way better. I have thought about purchasing one of these things, but it's kind of a two-person thing. I mean, it kind of would blow the point for you to have to, hold it yourself and use it. Because there's not that total relaxation then. But I don't know. It would be cool. It would be cool to have one of those. Okay, so that's basically the last part of my day. Now I would like to go to bed, but after I do my chiropractic visits, I also like to do an Epsom salt soak in the tub. So I'm going to go do that and then go to bed. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Oh, I meant to mention this before and I forgot. But the person who commented, after so many videos, how do you have so few views? Well, they also asked, and I did mean to write this down, but anyway, they also kind of said, I'm surprised you're still doing videos. Well, I'm going to answer that tomorrow. So if you're interested, tune in tomorrow and I will tell you about that. All right. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.